Good morning. I got to my customer this morning just a little bit before my appointment, and it's raining and I'm soaking wet. Get in there and they're having a meeting, so I had to sit around for almost 30 minutes. I don't know why shippers do that, or customers do that. They know they got appointments coming in at a certain time. Pull your people in early. Have a meeting. Do what you need to do. But they're unloading me now. I've been here for an hour and 30 minutes already. I appreciate everybody's thoughts and comments on my cat. It was a rough night last night, but I'll get through it. I do have some good news though. I found my hotspot. I don't know how, but it had slipped between my refrigerator and my bunk. I found it this morning. I was getting water out from under my bunk to put in the fridge, and just barely saw the cord hanging out. And I don't know how it did it, but I found it. That was a relief for me. I needed something to go right, and it did, and I appreciate that. Enjoy the little things in life, right? I enjoyed every single minute of my cat. He was my boy. But anyway, we're gonna get unloaded and see where we're going next, and still got to get my straps done. My tarps are all done. Man, those tarps are heavy, man. When they get wet, man, I bet they're pushing 150 easy. They're hard to pull off, especially on a tall load. They're hard to roll up. They slip. Wet vinyl is not. You can't grip it. It's ridiculous. Man, I hate to say it, but I'll be glad when the time between spring and summer comes, so that I can get a little bit of dry weather. But you guys stay tuned. When we get to our next customer, I'll do an in-cab, show you what I look for in-cab on my pre-trip. But you guys stick with me, and I appreciate you. Leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button for me. It's free to you, but it really helps me out, and I appreciate it very much. So hit that like button too, please. I'll see you later. We are down here in Idor, Texas again. Same place we were last week. Down here in this mud pit. Picking up some slinkies. Last week I picked these things up. It was week before last. They all kind of running together, you know what I mean? But, we're going to pick up probably 11 slinkies. I think that's how many they put on you here. Get them all slinked up. At least it's not raining today. The last time I was down here, it was raining. But it's been raining. I want to say thank you to my friend Keith. He picked up Marley last night, and took him over to his house and buried him with the rest of the pets. We've got a little pet cemetery going out there at their house, and that's where all the pets are. And we've got a dog buried out there, and I got a few dogs and a cat named Guido. So I really appreciate him. He is you know, he is just a solid guy, man, and he's, you know, my best friend, and I love him, and so glad that he's in my life. So appreciate that, Keith. I really do. But we're gonna get loaded up, and I'm gonna show you the securement on this Slinkies today, and then we'll head out. We're going to Van Buren, Arkansas, same place we dropped off last time. So I'll see you then. So apparently we've got some BS going on here. So there's a stop sign right here, and it says stop here for load, pick up instructions. Please stay with vehicle. So I was next in line. I got a guy behind me that I just met. He's second in line, and we had two yahoos that were sitting back behind us that decided they were more important than we were, and went up here and parked, and now they're wanting to get loaded. I told y'all, parking's a war out here. Sometimes getting loaded is a war also. Next guy comes by in a forklift, I'm gonna stop him and find out what the hay is going on, because I've been here an hour. I ain't real happy about it. We're gonna find out. Still waiting. It's alright. Maverick gonna start paying me some money here in about 9 minutes for sitting here. But anyway, so let's while I'm waiting, I guess I can do the in-cab inspection. So when you're sitting in your cab, you want to make sure your mirrors are adjusted to you. You don't want to start out driving and have to mess with your mirrors at all. You want to make sure that your windshield is clean and there's no cracks or anything that's happened overnight or whatever. You want to make sure your windshield wipers work, your bug wash works. Make sure that there's no cracks or missing blades or any of that stuff. You want to turn your truck on. You want to let your gauges cycle through. You want to make sure your horn works. I don't ever pull this because I'm usually in the city, but you want to make sure that once your truck gets up to temperature, that you got stable temperature. You want to make sure that your air pressure is building and all that stuff. I don't usually do a tug test on my tractor brakes, but I will do a test on my trailer. You want to make sure that you do everything on your EDL before you start moving. You want to make sure your transmission temperatures come up and that your oil pressure is correct. But really, other than that, that's all there is. Like I said yesterday, now Maverick's going to give you a bunch of stuff that you've got to learn, and it's pretty in depth. But you've got to know that you got to know it word for word for your CDL. So it's going to be a little more in depth, but really you can do an interior check in a matter of a minute or so. It does not take very long to scan all this stuff and make sure you're right. So pre-trips really aren't a big deal to do. They're a big deal to do, but they're not really a big deal to do, if that makes sense to you. They can, there's no sense in not doing it. They don't take very long. Once you learn what you're looking for, it doesn't take much time at all. So do your pre-trip and be safe out there, and don't get in trouble for not doing them. So I got loaded, got my first and my second coil strapped up. I asked the forklift driver why those other two truckers got loaded first, or could cut line and get loaded. And he said because they were priority. Well, I took that as the answer, and then I had another truck driver that was walking by me, and he asked me what he said, and I told him. They said we're all priority. He said we all work for. He said those truck drivers work for the same company he does, and they're only going back down here to Houston. He said they make a couple of runs a day, and he said, sorry about that. He said priority only means that you can go by the guardhouse without having to stop at it. He said they're still supposed to stand in line. So I find that to be a bunch of crap, but whatever. I'm loaded. So they've cut into my work shift and my drive time. Won't make it to Van Buren tonight, I don't think. Still got, a good hour and a half worth of work to do. But we'll get her tarped up and strapped up and get on out of here. My daily talk buddy should be coming in here pretty quick. He was in Houston and coming this way. We'll see if he's around. Come on, McElroy, Mr. Truck Driver. I guess I'm gonna go around because they got us all blocked off and crap. We'll take the long way around, I guess. Thinking Weather Channel. Man, it's like 2 o'clock. I'm hungry. I had to bite on something on the way home. Way back to Arkansas. Also, this company wants you to put cardboard in between their coils for some reason. I don't find that very safe because you're having to shove cardboard in between these two heavy coils while they're moving around your trailer. And what if one of them slips and fall on me? I'd have to try to shoot like a rodeo clown, try to get in the middle of it. Or get squished, I guess. I don't want to get squished. I'm out here to make money, not spend money. Oh man. Might have to go in here and show them my paperwork. So we'll see you later. So we're all strapped up. Some of these straps are twisted, but you can't get on your trailer here to fix them, so they're just gonna have to be the way they are. I've got my tarps ready to go and everything, and I had one strap to go because I had to flip this strap over because you have to put your front strap and your back strap on first to be able to move, but I had to flip this one over because I needed to use this winch down here. And then I was getting ready to pull in, and this Yahoo here decided he was more important than the rest of us. And he got to get up on the tarp station to strap apparently because he can't throw them through those big old holes on the top of his truck. So I got me and another guy back here from Melton waiting on this dude to get out of the way. Man, some people in this world just think they're more important than everybody else. And it's absolutely soaking wet out there. Oh man, I got a pile of wet clothes down here. Oh, it's ridiculous. Second time I've been here, second time I've been soaking wet leaving here. Ugh. I'm probably going to shut my phone off. It said I've got a crack in it and it says moisture's been detected, so I'm going to shut it off and let it dry out before I use it tonight. So we are stopped at Mount Enterprise, Texas. Little mom and pop truck stop over here. There's a gravel lot behind the truck stop, and there was plenty of parking, so I parked. Several trucks in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 trucks in here. 7. And they got a Whataburger. I may go over there and get me a Whataburger. Love Whataburger. And I don't have very many of those in Arkansas. But I appreciate everybody being here today, and all the comments about my cat. I appreciate that very, very much. So we're headed to Van Buren tomorrow to drop off these Slinkies, and we're gonna get us another load and truck on. My daughter is having a really bad week. She's found out that her aunt is having some kidney problems, and they don't know what if they're going to be able to do anything for her. So please keep her in your prayers and thoughts. So I'm hoping everything works out there, because she's a really nice lady. But guys, I'm pretty tired, and it's been a long day, so I think I'm gonna go maybe get me something to eat and go to bed. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, and honk that like button. Appreciate you.